Welcome to The Explainer. What if you could get a masterclass on living your best life, taught by some of the world's leading experts? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today.
So, are you ready to maybe transform your life in the next few minutes? Let's dive right in. We've broken this down into 3 core pillars for real, lasting change, plus the one secret ingredient that fuels everything.
First up, we're going to tackle the mindset shift. Then, we'll get into the connection blueprint, followed by the body blueprint. And we'll wrap it all up with what we're calling the ultimate fuel.
All right, first up, the mindset shift. This is all about mastering your inner world. And the best place to start is with that feeling that so many of us get, of just being stuck. I mean, listen to this from Jay Shetty. You're not stuck. You're actually grieving a past version of yourself. Wow, that just reframes everything, doesn't it? It's not that you don't know where to go, it's that you're still attached to where you've been. And here's what that really means. It's about holding on to an identity or a relationship or some expectation that, well, it just doesn't exist anymore. And that's what's blocking you. It's the real anchor holding you in place. Okay, so part of understanding the past is also getting that your experience was totally unique. And for this, we have to turn to the incredible Dr. Gabor Mate. He reveals a truth that might sound simple, but it's profound. No 2 siblings ever have the same childhood. Think about it. Even if you grew up in the exact same house, things like your birth order, maybe you were the responsible firstborn while your sibling got to be the free-spirited youngest. Or the phase your parents were in. Were they young and stressed with you, but older and more stable with your sibling? And then there's just you, your unique temperament. It all adds up to completely different worlds.
All right, so once you start to own your unique past, it really changes how you see your relationships right now. So let's move into our connection blueprint. And we're going to start with a reality check on friendship that might actually make you breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Get ready for this number. 50%. What is that? According to friendship expert Danielle Baird-Jackson, that's the percentage of your friends you will naturally replace every 7 years. Half! That's kind of mind-blowing.
So, what does that mean? It means this isn't some personal failure when friendships change. It's a natural pruning process as you grow. And get this, 40% of adults don't have a single best friend. That pressure we feel, it's not reality for a lot of people. It's actually way healthier to get support from a whole collective, a village, instead of putting all that weight on one person.
Now, let's talk about understanding emotions, especially in men. Jason Wilson has this brilliant analogy. He calls it the crayon box. He says many men are basically given an 8-crayon box. They've got the basics, right? Anger, stoicism. But they weren't given the full 64-crayon box that includes things like hurt, sadness, or nuanced joy. Society basically told them those other crayons weren't manly. So what happens? They default to the few crayons they were allowed to use.
And what about our romantic connections? Well, sex therapist Vanessa Marin gives us 3 super simple, super powerful steps you can do every single day. First, express gratitude. Just acknowledge your partner. Second, physical touch. Aim for a 6-second kiss and a 20-second hug. Apparently, that's the magic number to release bonding hormones. And third, make eye contact. It sounds so simple, but it fights that feeling of being unseen. You can do all of this in like a minute a day.
Okay, we've talked mind, we've talked connections. Now let's get into the body blueprint. This is about building a resilient body for life. And we're going to kick things off with a game-changing medical truth that, frankly, is long overdue. This quote from Stanford's Dr. Stacy Sims says it all. Women are not small men. It sounds obvious, right? But her point is revolutionary. So much of the health, fitness, and nutrition advice out there is based on male physiology, and it's just not working for women.
And here is a perfect example, fasted cardio. Working out on an empty stomach. For a man's body, it can work great. But for a woman's body, it can trigger a hormonal stress response. The brain literally signals famine and starts storing fat and breaking down muscle for fuel. It can do the exact opposite of what you want it to do.
So how should we fuel our bodies? Well, Mayo Clinic doctor Don Musselham points to these 5 disease-fighting powerhouses. We're talking berries, packed with antioxidants, purple sweet potatoes, amazing anti-inflammatory, cruciferous veggies like broccoli, beans, which are fantastic for your gut, and soy or edamame. These are the foods with real, research-backed benefits.
All right, next up, a powerful reminder from orthopedic surgeon Dr. Vonda Wright. She says, getting old is inevitable. Getting weak is not. I love that. It's a call to action, right? We can't stop the clock, but how strong we are in the future, that is 100% a choice we're making right now.
So, what's the benchmark? What's the challenge she lays down for all of us? It's this number, 11. That's the number of full, proper, on-your-toes push-ups she says every single person should be able to do. Why? Because it's a key indicator of the strength you'll need to stay mobile and independent as you get older. So we've covered mindset, our connections, our physical health, but what's the one thing that powers all of it? What's the ultimate fuel that makes progress in every single one of these areas even possible? Legendary civil rights attorney Brian Stevenson puts it this way: hopelessness is the enemy of justice. Hope is our superpower. He teaches that hope isn't just some fluffy, nice-to-have feeling. No, it is the single most essential tool we have for creating change.
And here's the most important part. Hope is not a mood. It's not something you just wait for. It is a discipline. It's a muscle that you have to train, an orientation of the spirit. And how do you train it? By learning the stories of people who came before us and refused to give up, by choosing to believe in what's possible even when it's hard.
So there you have it, a masterclass from some of the best minds on the planet. You've got the blueprints for your mindset, your connections, your body, and the fuel that runs it all. The only question left is, which one will you build first?